Hey, hey. Pillars, huh? How about it? I forgot something. Just give me a second. There we go. Good. Where were we? Here we were. We were gonna do things, weren't we?
Got it.
Got it. Right, the explorer people. Alright, so these are the dozen. Let me just have a look.
Greetings.
I need to refresh my memory. It has been 5 years after all. Danites. Would be alright if there was some music during the...
You fought for the Deerwood in the Saints' War?
You better grab a couple pints before you get me going on that one.
No complaints here.
Let's see, good, good, good. I took off the shield because I want to have more accuracy since we want to hit stuff good when we are a cipher. I also didn't take a lot of perception as a cipher. But maybe our attack speed will make up for it. Who knows? Oh yeah. A free grappling hook? These were the drug dealers, weren't they? Yeah, yeah, there we go. Let's not mess around right now with that. Brackenberry. Right, so we should go back through to the cemetery. Let's go actually back to Versano.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, would you shut up? Motherfucker.
So you should be able to get some stuff here.
Hail, traveler.
You're able to deliver the package? Yes. Hmm. If you told me the dumb elves were after you, we could have set us up both a lot of trouble. Dumb elves were there. I was so careful, always following Verla Vita. They couldn't have known. Oh no.
Well, well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Timing is impeccable. Pelagina. The Doman elves are after me. Please, you gotta stop
As
them.
if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republics considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Domanel. You've lost that. And the favor of the Dukes. Even
Do
if you
not
get out of
interrupt.
this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
When Jano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together, have mercy, Pelagina. I don't stand a chance against the Domels. He bites a trembling lip. I brought failure and shame on myself. You can't mean to watch your countrymen die like a dog.
Vezzano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die. You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
She turns her attention to you and raises a feathered eyebrow expectantly. Just attack him. Let's protect him, maybe? I don't remember the allegiances. I know the Dominels and the Crucible Knights. We could just kill him. Peaceful music.
It's not the Dominels you need to be
Do
worried
as you
about.
will. He's no longer my concern.
Donna saunters through the door, flanked by a squad of the Dominel? She lets her gloved hand rest on the hilt of her weapon. Had a change of heart, Albie? Don't let me interrupt. Yeah, no, their folks are just gonna stand by. Okay, so we need to let's buff up. And let's activate slow mode. Is he a good fighter? It's pretty loud. The Chano is just dead immediately.
This thing is doing the job.
That's not very helpful.
Yeah, this guy is about to die. Nicely done. How's the Manel? Could always use a friend like you, you know. Next time you find yourself in Brackenbury, talk to my brother, Abra Khan. He should have a job for you. She should have a job or two. Ah, fucking bandits. And now we get a gun. And a pocket watch. And just general knickknacks. Skybreaker added. Be nice to have someone at the stronghold to take care of shit.
Why not? There, done.
Give us that route.
Why not?
Yeah, we need the lockpick at
There,
speed.
done. Why not? There, done.
Ooh. Alright, so now something will happen. Let's see, we can talk to Pallegina now.
Ah, it's done then. I always knew Verzano's bad dealings would catch up with him. I didn't expect his end to come from an outsider, but I suppose his ability to offend reached beyond this little circle. In any case, the embassy's entanglements with him have been cut, which also means that I'm free from Verzano's net of stupidity. You have my thanks. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out, if you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador. Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
Alright. We get Pallegina, the Paladin. Let's get rid of
Safe
Kana
travels.
and have her be our off-tank. Did it auto level? I don't want auto leveling. But maybe it worked out. Soldier, great sword, pike, warhammer, arbalist, arquebus. Okay. That sounds good. Formation. There we go. Let's level up some folk. And priest just gets a whole lot of spells. They just know all of it.
Ready, Watcher.
No. Let's not take anything. Ranged attack bounces. Let's do marked prey. Oh, that's it. Too bad.
Got it.
Let's see, Pelagina has a breastplate, and that's about it. Arbalist. What stuff can we give Pelagina? Spell defense. Sure. Let's give her the medallion. No rings so far. And what's a good pistol we picked up? She does not have anything else special. Alright. That's it. Let's see. Versano. Okay, so Valiant Embassy. The archives. Yeah, we done that. Good. Endless paths. So sanitarium. Alright, the house, which is here. What's going on here? Got paid. As you enter the room, see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed but not in matched gear like Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just her scratch work? It's nothing, I promise. Just my notes. Her painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. You know we're meeting with the Crucible Knights. Do you think you're the only ones with the power in this city? They call us the Dozen for a reason. Now I won't ask you again. At the nudge of one of our men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. Let her go. What's going on here? Nothing you need to know about combat. Apologina. Target fire those foes.
I'm here.
Oh, that is quick. Target fire. Caster.
I'm
Wow, Palagina's taking some damage. Some deflection bonuses here.
lava.
Hey, you can use our fireball. Oof, that was effective. Palagina.
Hey.
There we go. Bria. Oh.
Hey. All right then.
Something happened here. Defensive. There we go. Vienna's face is covered in bruises, and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitched breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they're gonna kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing at her knuckle as her knuckle graces a bruise. What happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. It looks like I walked into a trap. The dozens must have been watching me for a while. I've been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. Hello, Toasty. I am winning. Ever so slightly. Tell me about yourself. This is the Animancer we were gonna give that little rod to. The researcher. Found a position as a scrivener. Temple of Val, and access to many rare manuscripts that most Animancers never sees. Yeah, and she's been real secretive about the stuff. About this project. It deals with rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it, after all. And you can see the trouble a little indiscretion has got me into. Let's get out of here. She gnaws on his split lip. Commander Cliver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him. I'd keep it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out for me. She nods at Dalwina's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait for me. I can make my own way out of here. Yo, we get to loot without consequence. Oh, and we get a piece of armor. Vienna's research. These pages contain Vienna's research on Engwyfan techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies of animats. The first page is a note to someone named Dunstan.
No problem.
Cool. Alright, this armor. I always found Polygina to be very squishy in all my playthroughs. Speed. I'll save that armor for later. Okay, what else? Healing Banshee. Right, Sanitarium. Vile stuff. Okay, so now we can assign a companion to this stuff. Just have Kana go ahead and do that. We don't have anyone else. Heritage Hill we go. Just want my
I'm ready.
frontliners to be there.
Got it.
Which has a sleeping category. It does. Streaming thing is easier than you thought. Hey, for some people, streaming can be the most difficult thing in the world. Don't underestimate people's ability. To have a hard time. Anyway, here's the woman who might be involved in our main quest line.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I saw you in a vision. There's something you need to do for me.
Believe me, I've heard that line before. It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
Thought that we can't do anything. We just gotta let her do her thing. I would like to get all the companions. It should be a straight shot. But maybe we'll just... Let me just look it up if we can do it real quick. All right, let's have an adventure and find those companions. Those trabas. See Stormwall Gorge. Gilded Whale and Durford Village. I don't remember if he explored this place. Let's go.
Quickly and quietly.
Dear Lord.
I'm here.
Our next companion should be... Oh.
Open fire. Bear!
Okay, you guys want to get out of there. Target fire that guy. Good. It's a good single target thing here.
Stunden et Boxenland.
What's my character doing anyway? Giant antler people, also known as druids.
Yes.
Just kill that guy, please. Heal up. Blizzard. We're stuck in so many status effects here, it's not even funny. Okay. Dead. You. Can we resurrect people now? I don't think so. What?
Useless.
Thank you.
They'll turn friendly.
Kill him! Kill him now!
Huh?
Ever see a guy with the fire hair coming? It's the best stealth, honestly. Don't worry about who these people were. They were just, they were very dangerous. Of course, Pelagina fell first time in battle.
I'm on the trail.
Concussion, intellect, and resolve. But these are stats. Not all that impressive.
No problem.
Can we swap some items here?
No problem.
Some hamlets. Mushrooms.
I'm ready.
Elusive quarry.
Got it.
There we go. Hello. This guy, Hiravius, chewing on a piece of uncooked meat, a small Orlan dressed in a tattered leathers offers a mumbled greeting and waves his hand. Despite his pleasant smile, the upper right portion of his face is in a sorry state. An eye patch stitched with a stylized eyeball wraps around his head, and his ear is a mangled remnant that twitches as spasms while the other ear perks up at your approach. Next to him is the splayed carcass of a deer that appears ripped open by bear or wolf. You hear a gurgling rumble next to you. Sagani places her hand on her stomach, her eyes on the carcass. Still fresh. Itabak's pink tongue lolls out of his mouth.
If this is your deer, you need a new game warden. Name's Hiravius. Hungry? I can't eat all this. First catch of the day, help yourself.
I'll have a small bite.
Great! You can have the best part.
He puts his foot against the deer and with a wet, ripping noise, yanks free a length of rope-like flesh as long as he is tall.
Eat up!
Disgusting.
Gods
Eat
no!
it.
Don't eat it! I assumed you realized I was being a churlish ponce. I applaud your bravery, but unless you've a cast iron stomach, I don't recommend eating the feces tube.
Enjoy supper. Goodbye. Kill that
One
deer.
ornery Stelgar. Though looking at the deer's insides, it had a malformed but delicious heart, and would have been dead within the year regardless. Gallowayne chose a fitting end for this fine animal. Pardon me, I shouldn't pray with my mouth full. Other
What
than the
brings you here?
delicious venison, new trees to document, new animals to sketch, new sights to be seen. I've learned as much as I can from the druids of my circle. I'd rather wander and learn than take root and stagnate. So if you're traveling the Deerwood and need another set of hands, I'd welcome the safety of a group.
And just what can you offer in return?
I'm trained by the celebrants of Hawk and Ivy of the Fisher Crane tribe. I know more than my share of nature magic, and, well, I don't shy away from a good fight. I have business with the druids that live near Twin Elms. So long as we find ourselves there eventually, I'm happy to follow along.
Join us.
Splendid! It'll be an honor to run with a pack for a change.
Oh yes. Let's swap them out with
Farewell.
Aluf. Oh yeah. Let's spend 10 hours leveling people up. It's giving 3 athletics for now. So, druids, eh? They have wilds, they can spirit shift, which is a druid form from Dungeons and Dragons. Corrode. Marksman. Fast runner. That would be a cool thing, maybe something like shock. Burn is such a typical thing. Let's do shock. Let's give him a whole bunch of lore. And they just get a whole bunch of spells. And we can do more damage. Maybe you want to give him daggers. Not entirely sure. Take Heart of the Storm. Druid. Give him more deflection as well. Not too sure though. I want to do interrupting blows. Alright. With all that done. Taking Spirit Shift into Stelgar. Cat Flurry attack. No stats on the Stelgar. Fine leather. System seems fairly complex when you have a party of 6. At some, like, you just kind of all these skills. They it's not really a whole lot to think about. You just take whichever. You need at least someone with mechanics, which I decided to dip into for this character. Mechanics is basically your ability to see hidden stuff and pick locks, which is always useful. And then athletics is it just gives you one heal during combat. But other than that, you can sort of just take whichever you want. You want at least one guy to tank though, which is always recommended.
Need something?
Kind of stuff do you have? You do wands, do ya? I want to give him something. Max endurance.
Will do.
For the sequel, they put the party size down. Let's go to Dirtford Village. To 5. A whole, like, relative to the mechanics. A whole bunch of stuff changed in the second one. A wood traveler.
Good day, stranger.
Guard gives you an appraising eye. You've recently come to Deerfield. I take it. I don't suppose you saw a young elven noblewoman on the road. I'm stuck in this wretched place with the rest of my unit until I find her. I haven't seen anyone like that. Same as everyone else in this blazing village. Perhaps you could go and speak with Lord Harrand at the inn anyway. He'll be grateful for the assistance. And it could be the locals will open up to you about his daughter's disappearance more than they have to us. I'm sorry, dude. But I'm on a quest to find people who will travel with me. A man paces angrily in front of a wrecked animal pen. His sun-withered face twisted in ire. He's so wrapped up in his fury he doesn't seem to notice you. Gallavain, slobbering beasts, blazing, bloody effigy, thrice-damned salty wench and her soggy... Which were you going, you raging fool? What's wrong? That monster stole my pigs, traipsed into the village, tore down my pen, and made off with the whole damn herd. Just left a few little runts. What am I supposed to do with them? What are you talking about? I've had enough of your tone, farmer. An ogre moved into the area not long ago, commencing glimpses and tracks out in the woods, but it seemed it'll be staying away from town. So we all fought until it made off with my pigs. Now everyone's afraid of it going to develop a taste for kith, if it hasn't already. Did you see the ogre take your pigs? What else could have destroyed my pen and made off with my herd? And at the same time, the rest of the village is seeing a 10-foot monster in the forest. I knew a few toughs like you during the Saints' War. I know it's too late to get my pigs back, but I set my mind at ease to see that thing's head shorn from its neck. In fact, you bring me its ugly pate to me and I'll trade you something that's of less use to a farmer like me than a router-looking sort like yourself. What do you know of the ogre? Same as any other, I'm sure. A big, ugly son of a bitch with the nastiest temper and an appetite to match. Trigil could tell you more. He claims to have seen it in the woods. Can find him by his shop right by the broken tower. Goodbye. That'll do, piggy.
Ready, Watcher.
Looks briefly through you as if she doesn't know you're there. Hello. I am the hero. Grieving mother. This middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working at separating stingy, coverless vegetables in a pile before her, stripping the heads off long fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not even sure she knows you're there. I was hoping to ask you some questions. The woman doesn't respond. She keeps stripping the heads from the vegetables in a steady rhythm. She may be deaf. There's no indication she heard you. Study the woman. At first glance, she seems nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on weaving in her lap than her surroundings. Yet you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer, she's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from a lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen, is a strange blur to her. Even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with threads that lack color in a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she's half-minded or deaf or something, but something feels wrong as you watch her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Focus on the woman. Her brown hair is long almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downwards, the hairs become long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver, and wrapping around her hands. She's forming a soul cradle with the threads braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as the highlight. The black shadowing it, and suddenly you are calm. You're on a plateau, almost the height of a tower. Several stories high, the plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest hazy with mist. Although whether it is actual mist or distance or a recollection. Resting in the curve of a natural arc above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention as if looking down on you and the event unfolding before you. The plateau has soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body, your physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And here a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forward, filling your senses and thoughts like mist rolling softly into a sealed chamber. And focus on the chimes, the war chimes. The chimes coaxes you into deeper into the memory. You're certain it is a memory, a warm one. You're on the stone of the plateau. Your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white, shimmering like Audra. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun. You can feel the heat of your skin, your wrists, your hands. Your hands are in motion, weaving, not thread, but gathering, tenderly moving along the first movements of Bereth's wheel. Your hands are wet. Your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you feel the crowning of a tiny head. Turning in your grip, its head slick, wet from the womb. The hands you are wearing, inhabiting, have done this many times, and they are practicing and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges a stream of fluids from the womb, helping the newborn slide forth, and a woman's labored breathing, crying out. Focus on the child, the movements of your hand. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear, cutting through the haze of memory. You cannot see where they're coming from, but they are close and they are meant as comfort, and that you are certain. Draw the child forth.
Draw the child.
And coaxed by your hands, every moment causing the chimes to sound again. Almost eagerly, the child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motion, weaving, moving along the length of a soft lit rope. No, an umbilical cord from the legs of the naked woman before you, or holding a small child, still wet from the womb, before you. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the ringing of chimes echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul. But it's there, it's alive. The woman before you is weeping. At her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you've done many times before. As your hands move, the chimes echo the movement. You realize the chimes are hanging from the cords on your wrists, where once they echoed in memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child, to be its first gentle greeting into the world. Soothing sound guided by the tender motions of the wrist. You are helping to weave its thoughts, its perceptions, and experience the experience. The woman laughs with ragged joy, laughing from a parched throat. Her emotions seemed soothed, but the physical demands of labor had left her exhausted. But the child is here, the child is safe, and all atop the plateau is a peaceful, calm, distant flattening out as the memory persists. Pull back from memory. With effort, the scene bleeds of color and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of the chimes remain, as if they existed in memory. They sound here as well. They are hanging from the woven braids on the wrist of the woman before you. Even though your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrists is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back into the real world. The woman sits still before you, but she's nothing like what you first saw. She's wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbling watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, see that her hair is draped across the front of her face, like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of sorts. Unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you are perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense a threat in the realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she's glad to be at last seen. Who are you?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There's a light touch on your mind, a caress. Her left hand mirrors the motion of her touch. Reaching up into the air between you, you hear the chime on her wrist sound softly. Her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance, as she speaks softly and slowly. Your memories, a cadence of wheels on a caravan track, fever, questions by running water. She swallows and the chime sounds at her hand shakes. Violence in a night campfire, arrows in the dark and fleeing, falling rocks and cracking stone. and a storm. She stops, her hand frozen in the air. The storm.
The storm that brushed you, did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
Very appropriate bug for her voice lines there. We were attacked in the woods as we were on our way to the Gilded Whale. Her hands withdraw shyly, the chime sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly as if she's been sitting down for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight, her face gaunt, yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand before you.
You are able to see me.
It's almost a question. You suddenly realize that she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau, yet the image was so clear, so sharp, you were surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
Cipher, it felt like a pathway between our minds, but strange, gentle.
So many questions, thoughts whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels, or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
There's silence, and although it seems to last for but a heartbeat, in your thoughts it stretches out between the two of you, like a pull between your minds. You blink, take a breath, and then you realize she wants to ask you a question, yet cannot form the words, as if assembling them is painful. Or there simply is not enough pieces. Let me assemble my thoughts. Do you wish to travel with me? You feel a wave of fear, gusted with strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. The fear dissipates and I feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies between you, and a calm sky looks down upon you. There she is.
Farewell.
So she is a cipher, just like us. A mind reader. And what should we have her do? What weapon would you like? Gun. Gun and dagger. Hard to argue with gun. Let's see. Let's level you up some more. Tenuous grasp. We have these, so let's give her something else. Let's see. Knight, where's the gun? See Saber Stiletto Club Pistol. There it is. We want that one. Let's give her a lot of survival. Maybe a lot of stealth. We call Agony. 30% of all damage reapplied over 16 seconds. Nice. Mind Blades co-ops the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them upon leaping to up to 5 additional targets. Cool. Cypher and Midwife. Phantom foes, leaving them flanked. Nice. Want her to have reload speed. Nice shot. Yeah, let's keep up the gun running. Puppet Master, Secret Horror. Dominating. Pin link. She might want Psycho-Vampiric Shield. Okay, now we can give her the Cypher Soul Whip stuff. Like Draining Whip for more focus gain. Mind Lance. Yeah, let's get that one done. Did I have?
No problem.
What's her accuracy right now? What's the Swede specialty? You gotta discover Swede first. Soul. Right, so let's give her a stiletto for her melee weapon. Which we do have. Pistols are two-handed, which is that's just how it is. Can we dual wield them? No.
No problem.
Platinum blonde dude. I could want to buy some, see what sort of stuff is in the armory. See any hidden stuff here? I guess not.
Hail, traveler.
Haven't seen you before. Always glad to see a new face in town. Fuck you.
Well met, friend.
What's going on in Deerford? We're just a quiet town, especially not since not much has happened. Especially not since the legacy hit. People realized they couldn't have babies and just stopped trying altogether. And that takes a lot of excitement out of the day today, if you can believe it. Show you there. Show me your inventory. Mosquito. Chanter area of effects. Interesting. Probably don't need these boots right now. The aura for her area of effects is big anyway. $10,000 for that sword. Ooh, crits can inflict prone. Okay, with all the companions taken care of. Skybreaker, we can like send him off to do this stuff now. For years, an aged wizard has been seen traveling up and down the northwest coast of Deerford. Performing an experience in the middle of terribly violent storms. Locals have never been certain if the wizard is taking advantage of the weather or if she is causing the phenomena herself. In recent months, the wizard has not been seen, but farmers have reported a dark rolling cloud passing through the otherwise clear sky. Let's send our actual wizard to have a look at that. Oh, did I just recall Aleph? I hope not. Shit. Let me just save. Save.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Scared me, that effect.
With a cat's nose, how is it you failed to notice your rotten stench?
Failed to notice? Hardly. I put work into smelling this way.
I should have expected.
Yeah?
I never know what sort of game is downwind. I need to smell like part of nature, not an interloper.
Wisdom. Okay, so the thing we got. Skybreaker, Sign, Alof. Alof gone. Alof is not here. Just another quest, which we will do later. Radric's Hold. Maybe we can go back to Cadnu. I have to see about stuff. We don't have to, but we could, but we don't have to. Anything in Wood and Plains, though, that we forgot. Let's give it a visit. Oh yeah, we did. It looks fairly cleaned up.
My eyes are peeled.
Keep your peepers peeled. Oh, we can pick up the mushrooms. What's our formation looking like that? Why did it go away though? Weird. Hup.
Quiet.
Okay, so this encounter, is it gonna be a bit of a shit show? Ghoul. Do we wanna lure them up here?
Yeah? What?
Right. Let's arrange
Hey.
all that. Let's give Adair. He'll be our initiator. Oh no, it's a skeleton wizard.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh, that's a lot of wizards. Damn, that's a lot of wizards. How do we deal with this?
Yeah?
Brap. With spells, of course. Beyond sick. Yeah, I'm beyond sick. Ow. The volume. Damage. Damage. There we go. Okay, wizards are going down slowly but surely. Yo. What is it they're doing?
Got him!
Whoosh. Brap.
Hmm?
Oh, one more. There we go. Whoosh. Blows up pancakes with mine. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Got it.
Any more? I feel like it could be more.
Would you look at this?
Would you look at that? See Ruffian, what other Saber Stiletto Club? Is a club two-handed? No. So we can't, like, we have to double dip if we want accuracy bonus for the stiletto. It's good so far though. I have a hunting bow I can give to my guy now. Slightly more accurate. He can deal crush? How is that? Such a thing even possible? The massive stone door of the tower is sealed and doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte. You hear rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Oh, here we go.
Slowly now.
Cool. Okay, let's figure out how to do this. Can have the Grieving Mother open up. Need to take care of their spellcasters. Badunk.
Your thoughts must...
Oh my god.
Your thoughts must go deep. Deep. My mind feels sharp. That must grow deep indeed.
Oh no, paralyzed.
Now where is this?
I'm ready.
Field triage. Well, a little bit helps.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Need something?
I'm ready.
Yeah? Got it.
Let's see. Did he... Endurance have again? Nothing. Crumpled page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 7, a week of study, and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do about this spirit. Trindig, dearest mother and father. I learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby. Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. Running to you from inside an ancient Griffin Tower. There's an entire district built around it. Right. Essence shimmer and pulsate within the strange device. Skeletal wizard.
Yeah?
Whole bunch of skeletals.
I'm ready.
Let's try Hiravius' thing.
Yeah?
Roar! Yo, 26 slashing damage. He just got that wizard immediately. Can I see his thing now? Okay, well, he should deal a lot of damage. 30 slash plus 10 shock. Oof. Oh my god, it's just annihilating everyone.
Got it.
Let's go!
Nice. Back to normal you go.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Would you look at this?
No. Send our melee boys. Skeletal wizard.
Understood.
Oh, can't reach him. Can't reach. Door stuck.
Yeah?
My mind feels.
Phew.
Got him.
Bit obvious. It's just like, how do I get to these guys? Good job. Insect swarm. Page from Aldheim. Day 2, we completed our measurements of the machine thanks to Dig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use.
Keeping it up.
Keep it up. Book. Okay.
On the hunt.
Yeah, we just want to pull this guy now. No, we don't.
Let's go.
Let's. Yeah, fuck him up. Mom of the gun.
This one repels my.
Die!
Got it.
Alright, doing a good job so far. Oh. Explorers in Air Gonfath discovered an ivory horn of disputed provenance. And a Gonfathers believe it was stolen from Eningwithan ruins, but the explorers claim it was robbed by an early dwarven expedition. Explorers were waiting for their ruins arbitration in Inus Rest. Right, so Kana tracked down the ivory horn's thieves all the way to Forked Whale. After a small skirmish, 2 thieves were dead. Rather than die for the horn, the remaining thief dropped it and fled. Kana recovered it and returned it to the arbitrators in Inus Rest. After ruling in their favor, the remnants of the expedition gave Kana the Nautilus of Orgraman, a wondrous enchanted shell from dead far Archipelago, which is summons rain blights. Nice, sir. Good shit, my dude. A rink. Letter from Ikantha. Right, it's the woman. Down there. The Cannibal Woman. I didn't indeed receive your 2 summons, as well as the 2 that came before it. I've been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so I could give you my answer in person. A firm and unwavering no. I want to help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over ruins I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in our mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person.
And what does the flame
Dare she
reveal?
keep all that information to herself? Who needs intelligence? Maybe endurance? Let's give the ability ring. Take it obvious. Folded page. Day 10. Patrons grew impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Maybe it is. Very comedic about a hothead wearing a helmet. Alright, so one of the mods I have installed enables godlikes to wear helmets. So, yeah. If it looks silly, it's because it is, you know, it's a bit buggy. It's not supposed to look like that. But that's what's so much fun! His fiery horns were just so hot it melted through, made its own little path.
Die!
Hiravias, help us.
I can't move! Someone pick me up!
Someone pick me? Jesus Christ. Hiravias' wild shape is just
My mind.
Die out!
tearing it up.
Quickly and quietly.
Ooh, fireball. Day 11. Finally got off the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig. The sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's rest. Those scientists and their workaholism. And their shelves of gold, which I will be taking. Works of Ingwiffens. Yeah, it's all Ingwiffen stuff, so... What's your lore? Okay, that's all here. Let's go up. I think we should be able to manage this. Ah, here we are. Beautiful. Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. Stone steps hum with energy.
Let's try this configuration. Still.
Old hell. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns around and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the altar pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Give me a reason to cleave you in half.
I'm so close. I can figure it out. Reverse the mechanism. I just need time. Time and...
Double over and cough.
Research. We came to do research. On the tower. Some commission from... gods. It hardly matters now.
Given the catastrophe that followed, the commission and your research might matter a great deal. Whatever happened, I need you to give me the facts, please.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work. But I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
You seem to know a thing or two about flies. Get to the point, fast.
I am trying. I've studied contraptions like this for years, and still the most basic elements elude me.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfoth? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
And what happened to the rest of your team? You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Just get a deer. Come on. You don't need people flesh.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
Gravios growls and his hands ball into fist. To think my clan has temerity to accuse me of being a soul-rending beast when an actual such monster walks the face of Faradar.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
Was a stranger in the tower the night this
I didn't
happened?
see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
Interesting. How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes! The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Save our souls. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near. Too good to be buried with our ignorant company. I'll get the words for Acantha.
Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Oh! Hiravia spits on the ground, throwing his body forward for a dramatic emphasis. Disgusting! Let the creature starve. We're not going to do his hunting for him, are we? That would be no better than throwing a child into a bivouac. So we can actually look at this. Jagged Audra pillars rise in front of you, encased in the stonework and run through with copper veins. Unintelligible runes cover the panel. Inspect. Some burst of copper filament surrounds the dial, and it looks to be about twice the size of a hen's egg. The filaments cross and diverge, ending in bead-tipped nodes. Each wire has a point of origin somewhere along the edge of the dial. Runes are inscribed around the dial. Turn the dial. Alas, nothing happeth. Proceed to the bottom. Alright, let's go talk to the cannibal lady. Is there anything else here? I think we've done everything that there is to do, except for this house.
On the hunt.
Yeah, quiet.
Hey,
Hey. Okay, so are we gonna get ambushed when we all talk to her?
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Ingwiffen machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
I feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Dyrwood, are relays, built to move souls.
I seem to know a lot about Ter
I read the
Nueva.
runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Ingwiffens have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithens as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
How do you operate the machine atop Ter Nueva?
Back to these Tinker's concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I harvest
And
them.
so give their existence purpose. But what kind, I wonder?
I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here I have specimens aplenty. Time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. I'm just gonna extinguish her pride. The vampire. Oh, she's a she's a vampire. The vampire doesn't even notice you as you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I want to abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me. I'll accomplish more than any Animancer in the history of the field. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. The burning thing rolls to life. Nothing is more important. We gather and study, and through it transcend the thousand insectoid lives that brought it to us. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flame around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying Engwiffen language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. But what use is it? Her pride rages inside her. Uses. Why must something so pure be fashioned into a blunt instrument? The opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong, but there's no conviction in your voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Can I extinguish it now? Reach for it, but it's too hot to grasp in your mind for more than a second. It may not be much, but it's still something. You can't take that away from me. Will that really be enough for you? The dying cinder clings to life. It must be. Can't do it. Teach me what you know, and I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened diamond to hard rock. You cast it away, or it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they are no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They are commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see vast array of runes, far more than a canvas has shown you, and you know their signs, their sound, and their meaning, and how they fit together. The language of Engwyfin, once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Right. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
I don't know. Destroying it seems like it might do this place some good. Explain how the controls work. Harnessing the power of Ter Nuneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. So the towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwyfins have wanted to do that? Another mystery, hypothetically anywhere they wish. Yeah. Still don't understand why the Engwyfins want to build a machine that tethers souls. That's all, thank you. So, I think my previous playthroughs, I released the souls, I destroyed the souls, and I guess now let's absorb the souls. Go to the top. Aldheim looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely, and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
Ass. The whole thing is that the eponymous Pillars of Eternity? I guess so. I don't think anyone actually name drops the title, but the Biawak, these pillars, the Griffin Ruins, it's like the Audra, the green rocks. You know, that is the Pillars of Eternity. How do I choose end? The command words leave your lips. The dial sinks into the Audra under your hands. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant.
Still and silent.
Aw man, I wanted to
It's
absorb them.
finally over.
I didn't actually... Oh, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'd have to select overload. Let's load and see what happens.
Sure.
Sure.
Flat.
Maximize the machine's throttle in hopes of overloading the device. Uttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axes. The light filling the machine and quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. When you look again, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again. Oh, but how do absorb? I didn't get anything from her. End. So go down to the bottom. The whole existence and the whole the metaphysical stuff of this world is really fascinating to me, and I think when I first streamed, I talked about it, but the fact that... Hello. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You were summoned to the Hodred's house where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. The head of Dinrod's row, spy network, her eyes narrow. Why would she be looking for you? How did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb, she knows everything. Tell me about Lady Webb. You don't know Lady Webb. She's, well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dimwood Row, and has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passerbys with suspicion. Quietly, he continues. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody. And she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones, kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe. Pulling the strings behind the throne, too. It's said has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country before you go asking the gods for forgiveness. Best ask Lady Webb first. Where's Dimwood Row? Wait, what's Dimwood Row? A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadred's house. They make it their business to keep the peace. But they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in the city has a way of going away on their own. And when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. Where can I find the Hadred's house? In Breckenbury. My lord. The southwest corner, you'll find a lady upstairs. Very well. Attack! So as we learn from Sagani, where her village is, whatever their name was, a very important person. Since souls in this world are an actual thing that you can quantify and that you can mess with and move around, like people die and then people in this world know for certain that after you die, that soul will go somewhere else. It could go to another person, it could go to another animal, another living creature, and it's like very fascinating the way that people in this world are like figuring it out and trying to like do stuff with it, as with animancy and necromancy. Just to see the tower, it's off. Does this mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? Defiance Bay owes me. I'd better get a manor in Brackenbury for this. Well, that's not for me to decide, but I'm sure the city will see you are well rewarded. I'm not gonna play for too long. Let's see. First fire is Brackenbury. Buddhism, but tangible. That's right. Nidden. Sanitarium. Hadred's house. If we go too far with a few quests, then stuff will happen. And I don't want that just yet. Are we in Act 2 or 1? I think we're in Act 2. Did I talk to these very important people? Lord.
How do you do?
Lord Raymond holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the shallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my tenant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. Tell me about yourself. He's the Lord, and he doesn't have time. The old backhander, begging your pardon, but I'm afraid you have to leave. Return downstairs. Visitors aren't allowed. Backhander. Yeah, I'm like the hero here. Collapses without a sound.
On the hunt.
Like, you can't be here. Smack. Can we go down? Is everyone gonna be aggressive downstairs now? No. I don't want to deal with this stuff. Did we get like reputation change now? I feel like we should have. The bear. Alright, this is when I started playing. Dear Diary, today I slew my first bear and its cub, Rip. It was very fluffy and big. Good. I don't even remember what goes on in this house. So I'm just gonna not slap that lady.
Got it.
Even though it would probably contribute to my aggressive character trait. Run, faster, faster. Talk to the Momels.
Hello.
I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Dominel? Just here to loot the place and kill anyone in my way. Okay, Dana sent me. I ask you must be Fira, right this way, please. Yeah, yoink. You're gonna go this way.
Mines filled, edged with copper and knives. Such greed.
Oh, there's so much XP to get from unlocking all these chests. A young man leans against the expensive-looking glass cabinet. He holds a jewel-studded goblet in one hand and an ornate pistol in the other. He grins with wine-stained
My
lips.
sister has spoken highly of you. No small praise coming from her. We could use someone like you.
What is this place? You're standing in a Dominel ancestral manor. You're either very lost or wasting my time. Dana said you had
As
some
it
work for me.
happens, I do have a matter that needs resolving.
I learned recently of a rather lucrative opportunity. Unfortunately, I entrusted it to the wrong people. Let's hope you're the right sort, yeah? One of my men planned a heist. He passed the instructions to the thieves using my personal letterhead, bearing my initials. Breaks into a smile again. His grip tightened around his pistol. I need that letter. The thieves are holed up in a house in a Copper Lane. Fetch the missive and we'll see about finding a place in House Dommel. I have some questions. Make it quick. Where can I find the thieves? In Copper Lane. Why haven't you already tasked when you were meant to take care of this? I just need someone external to the situation. What do you want me to do with the thieves? Leave them in peace, of course. They're still my men. What were they stealing? You take care of the job and perhaps I'll tell you. Oh yeah, we got some missions.
And what does the flame reveal?
We don't go upstairs. That's the place where you slap people. Before I end, let's go and see what set is in. And the rest.
Hail
It's
and
this
well
guy.
met.
Yeah, it's the you talk to people here. Ha ha ha.
Gods keep you. Hail, traveler.
Let me see your rooms. Getaway. Criminals getaway. I'll retrain Palagina. Intense flame. Vielo Viderio. Battle cry meaning swift victory. Flames of Devotion is their Divine Smite equivalent. We're gonna take Faith for more defense for her. Next level. Lay on hands. Endurance. Charge. Accuracy is nice. So let's take the same aura. Let's just get fuck tons of athletics. Maybe 3 survival. A stock poleaxe. Is poleaxe two-handed? I think it is. I almost like speccing Palagina to be a two-hander damage dealer. Knight battle axe. Isn't. Adventure should be good. God, some of these skills are so useless, I'll be honest. Citizen Tune, that's the mode one. As an ally. Oh. Enhance. Sworn enemy for now. Critical focus. Oh, that's a good modification. Good talent. Be nice to have hold the line for her, maybe. Intense flame. Let's do I don't know what to get. Wrath of the Five Suns. Let's modify that one. Deprive the unworthy. Let's take Lay on Hands for some healing. Do we even have a poleaxe? Oh yeah, we do. It's not fine, but it'll do. Hello, Maddox. Madixo. How's the game going? Good. Just looking through inventory things, considering what to do next. Flail. Let's keep that for now.
Hello.
Hello. What does the flame reveal? Jones is still in his robes. Oh, he is. I don't think I've ever done anything with Durance in any of my playthroughs. He always wears the same crusty robes. Oh, Bandit Leader? Yo. Hello. Chicken. I'll consider it. If I want to do something else, spec Endurance to something else. Respecking is quite easy. Nothing. Mother called him that. Great minds think alike. Oh, I love that guy who was like laughing. He was like having the time of his life. It's like the guy from the Eric Andre show who goes, "Yes!" My favorite character in any game. In any crowd, I mean. Okay, where do we want to position ourselves for the next stream? Therefore village, yes. Leaden Key. Lady Webb, Durgan's Battery. Oh yeah, we can probably return to Kaidniwa to just... Oh, I don't know, look at stuff. Copper Lane. Grieving Mother. Oh yeah, we actually haven't talked to the Grieving Mother at all since we first picked her up. Ogre Lair. Blood Legacy. We have Lord of a Barren Land, Raedric. That's a fun one. Yeah, the Sanitarium. Let's go to Copper Lane. We have the Crucible. Oh yeah. We can go on go to the Gnights. Deliver the papers. I'm a delivery boy.
Hey, keep this one company? Just a thought.
More dogs? Are you insane? I'm stoic, aggressive, and a bit cruel. It's in my nature to not do anything with dogs. This guy's not the guy. You're not the guy.
I suppose Cleaver's sent you down here to get me working on those Forge Knights, eh? That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound too happy. I'm not. I made it clear to Cleaver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this, it's a crime against the gods. It's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves, but Cleaver's given me his orders, so I got to build these things as best as I can. Anyway, Cleaver told me to sell you any arms or armor you might want. You won't find any better in Defiance Bay. I can promise you that.
Now, time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper.
That's the Skyrim guy.
Damned. Be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has a job for you, too.
But I want to buy stuff. Skyrim guy. Everyone's the Skyrim guy. It's the consecrate ground. Ooh, neat. Just one cool weapon. Exceptional. Nothing interesting to buy, actually. Yeah, Forged Knights are a bit fucked up, like animates. Let's put the soul of someone in a...
Why not?
In a suit of armor. Why not?
There, done.
Just sneak around the office. What are you guys looking at? Nothing. Let's see, Cleaver. Commander. Was there any more you needed
Dunstan will
of me?
complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more. I've made a copy of Viana's research, and the High Justice has sent a courier to Anslog's Compass to retrieve it. The Dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay, and after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the Dozens. Yet.
Securing the city against the Dozens agitating seems to be a worthwhile goal. It is certainly too important to be entrusted to a common courier. But after this, I expect they'll learn of your association with us, and they won't be too happy about it. Neither will the Domhnalls. They're trying to expand the family business. They resent us for standing in the way. I need someone who can handle this without attracting undue attention. You've proven your discretion both in my service and in Defiance Bay. I gotta think about it, because I don't know who I'm gonna ally myself with. You got the Dozens, you got the Domhnalls. Valen Embassy. Oh yeah, we need to go in here to make deals for Palagina. Keep looking at my experience bar. Akio, you were lovely, but now you're fantastic. I don't make the rules. Welcome to Brazil. Right,
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Don't interrupt me, Palagina. Palagina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. House Palace. Yeah, Palace is alright. There's not a lot of talking. Quit stonewalling and pay attention for once. Ambassador Agosti head snaps in your direction and gives you a long, disapproving look.
Ambassador, there are issues at stake here that go beyond rogue merchants and a port staying open. Animancy is under attack in Defiance Bay.
And you gotta help us. We have to protect our interests here, but that also means knowing when to avoid unnecessary entanglements. The Animancers and the locals have problems, they'll work them out, or they won't. Either way, there's too much risk by getting involved.
If it is outlawed here, what would prevent the same from happening in our republics?
The pastor's face vacillates between expressions of sympathy and frustration. Palagina, I do not think your concerns are unfounded, but it is not the place of this embassy to countermand the Republic's policies. What kind of spineless do-nothing are you? Say
What
nothing.
is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Air Glomfath. We'll need to meet with the Glomfathans soon to secure the upcoming trade agreements. The road to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course. But that's why you'll be our representative there.
It Josie, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodans? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republics, the Deerwood armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Red Sarens will. Passer, that's some cold compassion. Considering what these people have been through. Makes sense to me.
Really?
Say nothing.
After that, you have nothing to say.
Dispassionately stare off into the distance. Pallegina, Pallegina. He shakes his head. Go to the Twin Elms. Speak to the Amenfath. Impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood, and reassure her of the Valian Republic's desire to open safe trade. Silent edgy man, that's me. I'm the stoic, edgy, silent, fiery head, hot-head man.
Of course, Ambassador.
The ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to you. I know you planned on this and on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Lie. Wink obnoxiously at Pelagina. I understand completely. I'll make sure she completes this important mission for the Dukes. Nod non-committally. Vincent twists his mouth as he attempts to divine her intent, but gives up after a long moment. Very well. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse.
I wonder if I'm gonna fuck this guy over or fuck Pelagina over.
Not that you helped put up much of a fight.
What's there to fight? You have your orders and you're already in trouble with the Dukes.
I know, but it's still frustrating. I've spent enough time moping anyway. Now I just need to figure out how to get to Twin Elms before the ambassador loses his patience.
Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glomfathans will further weaken the Deerworld and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come. Long way to Twin Elms, plenty of time to think it over, follow your heart. Non-committally say number 1.
Verus.
Verus. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey there.
That's-
How is it you Eothasians stay so optimistic? The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got two options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium, or you can wait for better days.
Well, feathers in my case. But I understand your point.
Copper Lane. Copper Lane, more like Copper Lame. I should just have ended the stream right there.
Do you still have family living in the Deerwood, Eder?
No, not these days. Parents left the country years back during the purges. I think about them a lot.
It's a shame you and your family suffered, even after the Saints' War ended. You Deerwoodans certainly have a knack for holding on to old grudges.
Copulate. Alright. Alright, so these are actually the Duzen. Alright, let's make our saves. And let me get the fuck out of here. Let's grace someone with our presence. You guys like Xenoblade Chronicles X? Then my friend Uruna is playing the game. So I'm gonna scatter you over there. I'll be back some other day with more pills. Okay, and we're just gonna go. So go. Bye. Go.